Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Ultimate Racing League with Dubby.gg and Eldridge Air Conditioning, our two main sponsors for this season and next. This is our Wednesday challenge. We're in the BMW M3 and we are at, where are we at? We are at round 4. So it seems like we've been going longer than that, but we've only had 3 rounds so far. But yeah, round 4. We are in Italy, and we are at the fictional track of Sardegna. However, we're on the short track. It's the B layout. It's only 2.4 miles long. It's 13 turns. It's a pretty technical track, actually. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys get on. Now, I was going to bring you the points table, but it is completely my fault because I've lost it. So I'll do that next week. So I apologise for that. If you do want to see the points table, Dirk either has or will be putting them on the URL Facebook page. So apologies that I haven't got them. I did put them somewhere and I can't for the life of me find them. So I'll get that sorted out for you next week. However, it is only early days. Like I say, we are only into round 4. So yeah, Sardegna B, 2.4 miles, 13 turns around Italy. We'll have a quick rundown of the grid. This is after qualifying. So I'll change the camera angle so we can get a bit of a look. So after qualifying, then we've got Wadru on pole position with Neil Farmack just sitting behind him in second. Derg is in third. Osman is in fourth. Scooby is in 5th, Method in 6th, Brian Moncani is 7th, Volcanic Ash is in 8th, Brownie is in 9th, Hawkeye is 10th, Stealth 11th, and D-Rock in 12th. So a few short today, but I'm sure we're in for some great racing, and it does look like all of the liveries are on the cars this time. Last couple of weeks we seem to have had a bit of a hiccup at the beginning of each race where some of the people haven't got the liveries on, but it all looks good today. You can see we've got 2 lights on. I'm going to get the guys racing and then we shall go through the rules like you didn't already know them, eh? So we've got 5 lights and wow, that was a long hold, but we are off and racing as they head down towards turn 1. Now this straight 700 meters long, down towards turn 1, and around they go. This usually throws up quite a few accidents as people get pushed wide, as we saw Method just get in a little bit on the gravel there, but managing to get back on track very quickly, so great recovery for him. Now you would normally go straight on at that point, but we've turned left, and this is why it's so short. We cut out quite a big chunk of the track. So everybody just sort of snaking around now. Now, tyres, it is just a case of mediums have to be used at some point throughout the 3 races, 3 15-minute races. This is obviously race 1. I would imagine most people are going to be on softs. So we'll have a look at that, shall we? So Wadru, he's out in front. He is on the softs. Neil Farmack, he's on the softs. Derg is on the soft, so no change at the top so far then. Osman in 4th, Scooby in 5th, Brian Moncani 6th, Volcanic Ash is in 7th, Brownie is in 8th, Stealth in 9th, Method 10th, Hawkeye 11th, and then D-Rock in 12th, all on the soft tyres. So it's going to be race 2 and 3 that maybe we see a bit of a mix-up of the tyres. We shall see as everybody sort of sits behind Wadru at the minute. They're all they seem quite happy to let him lead the way, maybe just trying to get some heat in the tyres, just get a feel of the track. He's not one that is usually on the calendar. Fantastic looking car there from Scooby. Let's get a better look at that one, shall we? The Duracell battery, fantastic colours on that. I love the gold. So yeah, brilliant effort there from Scooby. Well done to him for the livery. So nothing really happening at the minute. We've got Brownie down in 8th. Everybody's still sticking together, so no incidents, and I'm not going to try and curse anybody, so I'm going to go back up and check out what's happening up at the front with Wadru. As he comes around turn 12 into 13, there's a little bit of a chicane style turn, that one, and then on to the familiar straight to go across the start finish line to start lap 3 for Wadru. Neil Farmack just sitting there in second behind him, Dirk still in third, Osman still in fourth, so no real changes. Brian Moncarney in 6th, he's got Volcanic Ash all over the back of him, just as Scooby kicks up a bit of gravel, so wonder the windscreens don't get smashed when that comes flying at you. Let's just jump on board with Volcanic Ash as we're trying to chase Brian Moncarney and the rest of the pack down. They're not too far away. And if we look behind us, there is a little gap opening up back to Brownie. Pretty tricky section of the track, that one through turn 5. Very easy to go out onto the gravel on the left hand side. Same with this turn now coming up at turn 8. The car just wants to drift out there to the left. There is a bit of a runoff area, but you really don't want to be taking liberties there. Around turn 10 through turn 11 they go. Brownie definitely dropping off the pace. Oh, it's not Brownie. Let's have a look. Where's Brownie? What's happened? Now, was it turn 5, as we mentioned before, where it is? No, it goes around turn 4. Oh, it was turn 4. He just got his wheels on the grass and continued round. That is unlucky for Brownie. That is not what we wanted to see. But we are back up and running. But Brownie's got it all to do now. He's got a bit of catching up. So back up to the top then. Wadru starting to stretch his legs a little bit, although he's still I mean there's a gap, but it's not, I wouldn't have said it was that comfortable for him. Back to Neil Farmack. Neil Farmack still sticking with him. Dirk still in there in 3rd and Osman in 4th. So these 4 are trying to get away from the rest of the pack. Scooby's hanging in there in 5th. He can just about see the guys up ahead. Brian Moncarney in 6th. Oh, Brian, you don't want to be going out there too often, kicking that gravel up. Oh, and Volcanic Ash has picked a penalty up. Now, I'm not quite sure where the penalty zone is on this one, so we'll keep an eye on Volcanic Ash. Fantastic backdrop, isn't it, with those mountains? I'm not sure if the mountains are real. I bet the windmills are. So Volcanic Ash still carrying that half a second, so let's just follow him around. Right, the bar's starting to fill up, so looking at that, I'm guessing that the penalty zone is just going to be after turn 12. So as we go around turn 12, 13, yeah, that's a bit of an awkward spot, that really. It's sort of in between 12 and 13, isn't it? But anyway, Volcanic Ash has served his penalty, so he can get on with his business now. Method down in 8th. He's got Stealth all over the back of him. Let's jump on board with Stealth as we hit turn 1. Nice and easy through turn 1. Immediately into turn 2 and 3, and then 3 just carries on going and going, whereas normally the temptation is to carry straight on there. So into turn 4, nobody behind Stealth at the minute, so he's got no worries and no pressure coming from behind. He can concentrate fully on the back end of Method. It really is a technical track, this one. I mean, it looks quite simple, but it's not. Some of these corners, you've really got to stamp on the brakes to get the car slowed down, and the exits are not that wide. Very easy to end up going off into the gravel, so I thought Stealth was going to take a bit more of that corner than he really should have done. This one as well, Turn 11, yeah, I was just about to say it's very easy to go out onto the grass, as Stealth demonstrated there for us. So thank you to Stealth for that. So no change at the top yet. Hawkeye down in 10th. That's a great looking car as well, isn't it? Fantastic livery on that one for Hawkeye. Formerly Captain Slow, I believe. Brownie has made up a place and moved up into 11th. Oh, and D-Rock down in 12th. So I'm guessing D-Rock's had a bit of an issue. We're just over halfway now, or just about halfway into this first race. And out in the front is Wadru, who seems to be having no issues whatsoever in that purple mean machine. Neil Farmer, oh, Neil has picked up half a second. Now you can see there is a bit of a gap opening up between Wadru and Neil Farmack, but the gap back from Neil Farmack to Derg is not that great. So this half a second penalty, which Neil will be serving about now, it's going to allow Derg to either get by or at least get onto the back of him. But Derg's got other worries on his mind. He's got Osman all over him. Osman pulls to the right. As we head on down the hill towards the first turn, Derg's still on the inside though. Osman looks like he's got nowhere to go because he's got Neil Farmack in front of him. Derg's still on the inside as Osman goes the long way round. He will have the inside into turn 2. And has just got his nose in front. Some fantastic racing there from Osman. Great respect and space given from Derg. At one point I thought Osman was going to get boxed in. He'd got Neil Farmack up ahead in front of him and Derg on the inside, but great driving from Osman. He found the gap and he was in there. Neil Farmack now coming under a bit of pressure from Osman. This is, of course, is all allowing Wadru just to scamper away a little further into the distance. So Osman is definitely in a mood, isn't he? He's got himself on the podium, but that third place podium is not good enough for him at the minute. So Osman is going to be pushing Neil Farmack and putting him under pressure, and Neil Farmack really does not want to be going out onto the grass or the gravel and picking all that shit up on his, sorry, can I say that? Picking all that mess up on his tyres. And now Osman again chasing Neil Farmack down. Neil tries to break the slipstream as they go down towards turn 1. Osman, is he going to dive into the inside? No, he just feels he just can't quite get it done there. And some sensible driving from Osman. Oh, as Neil goes onto the gravel, and that's allowed Osman. He didn't need asking twice there, did he? He just backed out at turn 1. Very sensible. But Neil Farmack just ran wide, and Osman thought, no, I'm in there, son. And away he goes. So Osman now up into P2. And with 5 minutes to go, he's going to be thinking about chasing Wadru down, although Wadru is quite a distance up the road and looking safe at the minute. Osman, though, definitely on a mission today. Neil Farmack now in 3rd, Derg in 4th. He's still in there though. Scooby, he's managed to just creep up a little bit, and he's got Brian Moncardi following him as well. So 5th and 6th, chasing Derg down. So Derg will be looking in his mirrors. Brian Moncardi in 6th. It'll be nice and quiet for Brian. He's just sort of had to follow Scooby around for a few laps. Stealth has moved up into 8th. He's been having a bit of a battle, it looks like, with Volcanic Ash. Then we've got Hawkeye down in 9th. He's got Method not too far behind him, so he needs to be careful, especially on this straight. Let's just jump on board with Method. So Method's definitely in the slipstream of Hawkeye, and you can see he's just gaining and gaining and gaining. Is he going to get close enough before we hit turn 1? And is he going to have a look up the inside? Yes, he is. Oh, he's just backed out again last minute, but he's got the job done at the turn. Where is he? Where is Hawkeye? Well, these two, I'm going to have to come out because I can't see them. There they go. Method, a great move. Gets the job done and moves up into 9th, with Hawkeye having to drop down to 10th. There's nothing Hawkeye could really do about that. The slipstream just really played its part, as it has done on a couple of occasions today. We saw Osmond do it. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Oh, and it's Volcanic Ash. We're just going to go back a little bit further. Now then, what has happened to Volcanic Ash? He's gone around turn 4, okay. And is it this turn 5 where he gets himself on the gravel? Yeah, there we go. Just gone round too far onto the gravel, and the back wheels just completely give up the grip. And it's a kiss with barrier, and all the way back down to the back for Volcanic Ash. So unlucky. Oh, you don't want to be kissing that barrier as well. I mean, to be fair, look, he's not got a penalty, or has he? Well, I say he's got away with without a penalty there, so that was quite lucky. So back up to our race leader with 2.5 minutes to go. Wadru is out on his own and looking very comfortable. More of a casual practice lap for Wadru, as we see week in and week out. Osman in P2. I don't think Osman's going to catch up to the back of Wadru now. I think the gap is just too big, but Osman's had a fantastic first race to get himself up into P2. Neil Farmack hanging on to P3. And Dirk, he's had a good race in 4th. He's still there and thereabouts. I'm sure he'd like to be on that podium, but I think it's only a mistake from any of the guys in front. As I say that, we did have a yellow flag. Now, I'm not sure what that was about. There isn't one. Scooby sitting in 5th with Brian Moncarney. Well, Brian Moncarney's a lot closer to Scooby now. We are at the 13.5 minutes. So, oh, it's the yellow flag was D-Rock. He's just moved out of the way to let the guys through, and that's good racing from D-Rock. Doesn't want to hold them up as Brian Moncarney gets into the slipstream of Scooby as they go down this 700 metre straight towards turn 1. Scooby takes the defensive line and asks Brian to go all the way around the outside, and Brian says, okay, I will. And there he goes. Oh, and they're still side by side. Let's see it go through turn 3, still side by side. Fantastic racing from these two guys as they come up towards turn 4, still side by side. Brian Moncarney having to go all the way along the way round. Well, this is like synchronised driving, isn't it? This is fantastic stuff. We'll love when you're watching this. Into turn 5. And Brian Moncarney has just got himself in front. What some brilliant racing between these two guys. No contact whatsoever. And I'm going to have to leave them because we're going to have to go up and see where Wadru is. As we are into the last 30 seconds now. Wadru, I'm not sure, he may get another lap in actually. So let's just go back down to Brian and Scooby and see what's happening with those. Brian's still in front of Scooby, but as they come around the final turn 13 and onto the straight, Scooby's definitely into the slipstream with 5 seconds to go. Are they going to cross the line and get another lap in? I think they are. They are, so we're going to have to leave them as they go to... No, in fact, I'm not going to leave them. Sorry, guys, for those that are finishing. These two are fighting it out all the way to the death. Brian Moncarney the long way around. Oh, and Scooby just takes advantage of Brian taking that turn 1 a little bit too deep. I'm going to go back and watch and watch Stealth as he crosses the line, so I couldn't really leave those guys. So it will be Stealth that crosses the line in 7th. He's the first one. Method will come over in 8th. Brownie is going to finish in 9th. I'm just looking at the cars in the background coming through. Yeah, there's Hawkeye. He's going to come across the line in 10th. D-Rock, he will finish in 12th. I think he's a lap behind. And then we've got Volcanic Ash. He will finish in 11th. And it looks like he's got the race leaders behind him. There's Osman. So Volcanic Ash. So let's have a look. Where is Wadru? as Wadru comes around the final turn onto the straight. A flash of the lights. He's enjoyed that victory, hasn't he? And why not? Made it look easy. So well done to Wadru. Volcanic Ash will cross the line in 11th. Osman, he crosses in 2nd. Neil Formack 3rd. Derg across the line in 4th. And then the battle of the day between Scooby and Brian finishes with Scooby finishing in 5th and Brian in 6th. Fantastic racing from those two guys. Well, we can't wait for race 2. So I'm going to crack on with that now, and hopefully you can join me back here very shortly.